I'm standing next to 929 pairs of shoes. That number represents the amount of lives killed on Texas roads last year from people not wearing a seatbelt. Chris and Ashley, the most recent abduction we saw happened earlier this week when 3 people were arrested at a Wichita Falls motel. So the first one is to make sure that your faucet has a little bit of drip in it. That way the water can continue through the pipes. The second one, because our pipes are usually in our cabinets, they say to make sure to go ahead and open those cabinets. That way the warm air in your house can flow through and help warm up those pipes. Northbound traffic, that's where I'm at. I'm headed going toward Burke Burnett. That is down to 1 lane right now. Administrators tell me this isn't the first time that a plan like this has been put into place for one of the schools in their district. There was someone yesterday on Facebook I saw, he said, will trade Suburban for Eclipse glasses. So, Ashley, you can kind of take a look. There are cars actually coming down right now. You know, we're hitting that 6 o'clock hour. Leading up to Christmas, it could become bare because people are catching wind of the Christmas tree shortage. Oh my goodness, Chris, the outcome here, just great. It's been going on for almost 16 hours. Not in downtown Bowie right now. Where are you? You need to be downtown Bowie right now. It starts at 6 o'clock. The reason why they're doing it is because they say this project right now is the most important one, and they are confident that they're going to come up with that money when these future projects start. The State Fish Hatchery in Dundee is home to millions of fish. But 5 years ago, it looked a little different.
Water levels in the lake did get low enough that they couldn't pull water back up here to the hatchery.
The drought forced the hatchery to move a large amount of fish to other hatcheries in the state. The facility would be open, but barely operating. Tom Lang is the district fisheries supervisor at Texas Parks and Wildlife.
When we have droughts, if there's not sufficient water supplies to take care of all the needs that are out there, including the needs for our hatcheries to be able to grow fish, that does affect it.
John Parrott has been working in fish hatcheries for more than 20 years. He came to Dundee in 2016 as the new manager of the plant. A threat of another drought made the hatchery have a plan.
It goes dry and there's not enough water. In that situation, we don't want to have fish on site and take the chance of killing them.
They can lower the risk of closing again by raising the water levels.
We should be able to go down another 5 to 7 feet.
It is important to keep track of the amount of water they're using and the number of fish they add.
I mean, if we knew we were going to have water issues, we would try to not keep any more fish on site than we could take care of.
Lang is prepared to handle any problems that a drought could bring.
Take things as they come. We plan for the worst and always are trying to do our best to make the best fisheries out there.
We're trying to move forward and do things that will ensure that the hatchery will stay open. There is a commitment to the facility. We've got other projects that are going on now. So I think things will only get better.
Sheriff Travis Babcock says the big city battle against drugs has hit his county. He calls it a revolving door.
We get the big guy, and there's somebody waiting in line just to step up and take his place. They do the math and they just don't feel like they get secluded, and that's all they want to do.
These days, it's cheaper to buy meth than to make it. Sheriff Babcock believes that has made the problem even worse.
Distributed out through the Metroplex and the bigger cities to the smaller communities like Young County and Jack County and all the counties around.
Donna Horton is the executive director of Turning Point, an organization in Graham that counsels people with drug addictions. She says rural areas see more drug cases because of the lack of resources.
Most of them have no money. Most of them have no insurance. So I can get them to rehabs, but it's harder because they don't have anything.
The department has worked on the streets and inside the jail to keep drugs out of Young County. It's a group effort between the sheriff's office, police departments, and drug counselors. Horton and Babcock have both seen kids, some as young as elementary students, get involved in drugs.
I do go into the schools and try to talk with them, and I've had quite a few reach out for help since then. And that's always good, but for everyone they get, there's so many that are still out there.
Sheriff Babcock says the battle is never ending.
We're fighting it, and we're going to continue fighting it.
When Mike Hubbard steps into the boxing ring,
way to go, baby.
He is putting up a fight.
Everybody grab your bag!
Hubbard was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2016. Last July, he heard about Rocksteady Boxing, an organization that helps people with the incurable disease build their strength.
I wanted to participate first wherever they had a class, and I found out Wichita Falls did not have a class, so I said, okay, we're going to start one.
Well done again.
Physical therapist Kristen Neese has been coaching the group. The disease has a special place in her heart after losing her grandfather to Parkinson's.
They bring so much energy, and I just kind of feed off of it, and the next thing you know, we're all just in here laughing, having a good time.
The program brings balance, stability, hope, encouragement,
We're not giving up. We're not giving up.
and camaraderie.
Sight.
Their lifestyle, their life abilities and skills are much better, and they can have hope that, hey, I've got another day ahead of me.
The nonprofit is different from physical therapy. Neese tells me no two workouts are the same, and they are filled with high-intensity moves. She's already seeing improvement in those taking part.
Jumping jacks, just jumping, lunging, all that stuff. Those were things that they could not do at the beginning, that within a course of 6 months, now they're doing it.
I don't have to be frozen in bed. You know, I can stand up and walk, and I can have balance.
Hubbard says by working together, they can gain back their independence.
I cannot cure Parkinson's. There's not a cure for Parkinson's. But by George, I can give it a fight.
In Wichita Falls,
We're not giving up.
Sarah Hines,
Moves are out of sight.
Our moves are out of sight.
News Channel 6.
We're Rocksteady Boxing.
We're here to fight.
We're here to fight. Woo!